How's it going there, YouTube? Jay's Cosplay back with a long and well overdue video. Now today I'm going to be going over what I've been up to lately, as well as what I like to do to improve the JD Phoenix cosplay for NebraskaCon this year. And stay tuned towards the end of the video, as I'll be going over some special information regarding NebraskaCon last year, what happened. It's a good thing, as well as what I did yesterday for NebraskaCon this year. And what's going to be going on about the end of August, which is about like 20-ish some days, that I'm going to be doing. So stay tuned, and let's get into today's video. Like I mentioned earlier, this has been a video I've been wanting to do actually for the last 2.5/few weeks. But the stuff I've done when I wanted to record it to now, I've done probably a few things. I think it actually kind of works itself out for the better that I actually waited. So that being kind of said, I did redo the intro video just for the fact that I want to include things I personally made, and as well as showing them off at the convention. I didn't want to include images and I didn't want to take credit for the things I didn't personally make. It's just stuff that I like to do and I like to make in the future for the channel, so that's why I kind of include them. But for the most part, I just want to include things I personally made, as well as I rearranged the room as we're on this side of the room instead of that side. I feel like with that, me doing that, it kind of flows better. And also, as well as I kind of clean the clutter of the artwork that I had from the previous convention I've been getting over the last few years. I just wanted to clean it up, put some posters, and just kind of keep it cleaner. Like I said, I just wanted to just clean up a little bit, and also, as well as the future artwork, it not enables me to put holes in the artwork. I mean, I know I did with these ones, but it's alright. But now, moving forward, something I can do is put in posters. As well as I've been also, I've been getting caught up on my anime, more or less My Hero. Moving forward, also hopefully to keep watching more anime and kind of get that spark going. Just from the fact of watching My Hero and finishing My Hero last night, as well as last weekend and the weekend prior, I was playing the Gears War 5 test beta. I'm really happy with what's gone so far. Looking forward to September for the game release. But doing those two things actually kind of reignited the spark that I had, that I was kind of missing because I was kind of being lazy, relaxing, but I also said I didn't have that spark that I had when I was making this, and I kind of started the channel. So hopefully with that, and moving forward, to keep watching that stuff and playing kind of more games, it keeps that spark kind of building and keeps it kind of going and ignited. That way I can keep making videos and making stuff for the channel. And just for something that actually, there's list of things I like to do, make. Like you said, I can go on and on and kind of do a few things, but honestly, I can get some more excuses why I haven't been doing this channel and improving the cosplay, but I'm not going to go into it. It's just not really worth it. You guys really probably don't want to hear it anyways. You guys just want to see more content, which I'm hopefully to keep improving and moving forward the next few weeks I can keep doing. But from watching or playing the Gears War 5 test beta, I'm really happy, like I said, that's how it's come out so far, and I'm looking forward to September. But a few things I did notice with JD Phoenix overall is, instead of wearing that silver looking shirt, grayish silver shirt he was wearing underneath his armor from 4, is he wasn't wearing that. He was actually wearing a leather jacket, which originally I thought it was the outfit he wore. That the jacket that he was wearing was the leather jacket from the Outlander outfit from 4, which, if you guys recall from the game, before JD, Dell, and Kate meet up with Marcus to get the armors, to fight the Cog and whatnot. He's wearing like I want to refer to it as an Outlander outfit. But after kind of going back and studying some images, I did realize it wasn't a full leather jacket. It was a what the hell is it called? It was a sleeveless jacket, more or less. He was wearing leather jacket kind of thing. So it wasn't that. But like I said, it was a full, in Gears 5 test beta, it was a full leather jacket, which kind of makes me starting to think that either most of the game or parts of the game are going to be taking place in some colder climates where so JD Phoenix needed the leather jacket. As well as some other things I noticed, his pants style actually stayed the same, but the color changed from a tan to a green, as well as some in the inner thigh leg area and the whole inside of his legs down to his pant leg was a different material, as well as some different diamond style stitching, which kind of honestly reminded me of some race car drivers' race suits, or even some supercars that have the diamond style stitching in the race seats itself. That was included. It was a black diamond style stitching in the inner leg area and the inner pant legs of the JD Phoenix's pants. But it was a black, I don't know what kind of material it was. It looked kind of like it was suede, but diamond style stitching and kind of added a little more character, which is kind of cool. As well as the armor change. I was kind of hoping, honestly, that the actual armor was going to stay the same, but I'm kind of also glad it didn't. Kind of makes me it makes me make videos for you guys, as well as want to make Gears 5 armor for future conventions, so that's going to be included, but I'll go into that just a little bit. But one thing I did notice with the armor overall, this section was still kind of there. Not sure if it was actually connected or what from like the way I included it is I just kind of kept it sectional just because it was my first time. But anyways, I think the whole thing I'm going to try for the 5 armor is included everything together as a one section piece as well. From 5, there was none of this extra stuff down here. This actually section kind of came down further with the 4 armor and had some, looked like a fan, I want to say. But overall, the armor style, kind of like these sections, as well as this area, was the background, the under armor pieces stayed the same. The front changed, the chest plates, these sections changed a little bit. So I gotta study the image and find some images once the game is released and kind of study it a little more. But overall, the front changed and kind of stayed the same a little bit. Definitely looking forward to making that armor, but like I said, we'll get into that just a little bit. But like I said, I wanted to improve JD Phoenix and show you guys how I made the armor. But kind of thinking about it, that is kind of a little more on the difficulty side to show you guys who are just getting into making armor and making stuff out of EVA foam. I think it was kind of a difficult level to make something like this. And when I took the challenge on, just because I have a lot of confidence in myself, as well as some of the stuff I've done, and it's not my first time making a cosplay kind of more. I'm more experienced, but it said first time with the EVA foam itself. So there's a lot I can learn with this, and I'm sure I could have done differently if I was a little more experienced and familiar with the EVA foam, but that's quite all right. Got to start somewhere with some things here and then making cosplay for the last few years. There's new skills you learn and take on throughout your cosplaying life, I guess, or the cosplay things you do. So like I said, I was going to start with some of the easier stuff, which I'm looking to do in the next 4 months leading up to NebraskaCon. I'm not going to do much to it, just keep it the same, more or less. But I'm going to throw an image up here in a little bit. But I want to take that design and kind of play around with it. Even though this is a Hubba Bubba tape gum container, I'm looking at kind of more overall the design of it. I might dremel some of this stuff out, and especially the backside, but looking to put some kind of material around these magnets to keep the weapon. And it's kind of heavy. The magnet can hold that way. It just needs some kind of support. So I want to. So the image that I'm throwing up, it's the idea I want to play around, but basically support the weight of the weapon as well as support it a little more better. As well as might throw some blood splatter on it, just because I included it on the Lancer and I didn't really think about it, but I think I should include that as well as in the front piece of the armor. Kind of give a little more character. Originally, I did want to kind of keep this more of a cleaner style armor, even though I have some bang it up and some scratches here and there from the, just to give it kind of a little more battle damage. But I think some of that blood will kind of also as well emphasize, more on the armor this year. But in the meantime, I'm actually looking to make some things I didn't get a chance to do that I wanted to do last year, which is looking to make a locust or the swarm, as well as a cog style grenades, as well as making the shotgun in the next 4 months. Now, it won't take that long to make. I said with the shotgun, I got to get the template. The grenades are going to be more or less going to some Walmart and hardware places to basically get the things I'm going to need to assemble those. Like I said, I'll go over that in those videos, but those are going to be not really a template available, just kind of more or less studying the images, kind of freehand and making your own kind of templates, not more or less making your template from what I will be doing on how I make the shotgun template. But like I said, we'll get into that in that video once I make it. That's just going to be more of this assembling with the grenades. It's going to be assembling pieces, gluing things here and there with that. So I'm looking to make those things in the next 4 months, and it's just minor things here and there. I know I want to improve it. Like I said, I was just kind of relaxing, kind of doing that thing. So that's what I'm going to be planning on doing with the JD Phoenix armor that like I said, I wanted to do last year. Let's see, anything else I wanted to do? Don't think so with the armor. Improving, actually, I forgot to mention as well, as redoing the snob pistol actually out of that pink foam you see back there. That's actually installation foam. I learned from what Andrew GFT did, is he kind of, I don't know if it was the same style installation foam, but it's the same thickness, or roughly the same thickness, that he actually made his snob pistol out of. And from watching that video and him going over it in it, he did mention it actually was, easier to get a lot of detail out of that style foam than actually EVA foam. Not that you couldn't get detail out of the EVA foam, and just with that particular foam, since you kind of carve into it, you're able to create a lot more detail than you are with the EVA foam, just because the style foams more or less. So I'm looking to remake the snob pistol, improve the holder as well as maybe include some of those bracing systems on the snob pistol holder. Like the way it is. So I just want to support it a little more, like I'm probably going to be doing with the armor. The gun stays. It's just me walking the vibration with magnets. If they bump each other, or the vibration kind of temporarily loses magnetation for milliseconds, and that's how it kept falling off. So some things I got to improve. I did try using the Evil Ted actually method that he used to assemble his flamethrower and some other things he's actually included it with, but using baling wire, gluing it into one piece of the weapon, like to the flamethrower. He did that because he wanted to be able to make, obviously if you're making big weapons, the bigger you make them, it kind of makes it hard to take it back and forth to convention. So he wanted to make a weapon he can kind of quickly disassemble and break down into smaller pieces so he can put into containers, so it's easier to take back and forth to conventions and storing them as well. So I tried to include that. I tried using that same idea method with the armor and as well as a snob pistol holder. Didn't seem to work out too well. I don't know if it's just because it's on the outside versus like the magnet was going into. Like I said, it would be more or less like I said, putting the metal baling wire like into the part of the handle and it goes into it, which is instead of staying on the outside of it. I don't know. It's probably the way it works out. But so looking to improve that as well. With that being said, I will definitely eventually show you guys how to make the Gears of War 4 armor. And I kind of was giving you guys clues here and there, but I will be actually looking to make Gears of War 5 armor once that the game is released. I'm not looking to actually make it for next year, but the plans are with that making JD Phoenix from 5. I actually looking to spend a little more time on it. Probably looking at maybe a year and a half, maybe to 2 years time working on it. That way I can kind of perfect things and any things I learned from actually making the breakdown armor. Just making the armor for Gears of War 4. When I show you guys, break it down, just kind of learn some things with that. Showing you guys how I made the Gears of War 4 armor. I'll learn some things that I maybe could do it for Gears of War 5. But I said I just want to spend a little more time on it. The nice thing actually kind of about it is I got to just focus on the pants as well as the armor, and probably some small things here and there that I want to maybe make instead of that I didn't get a chance to make. Like I said, all I got to do is make the armor. But I said I want to spend more time on that, take a little more practice at it, and studying images and kind of perfecting things instead of just kind of doing this first thing that comes to mind. So like I said, just kind of thinking out some possible ways I could go about making it. So spend a little more time on it, and as well as making the pants I want to make. And like I did mention, there's some positive things moving forward with that I wanted to mention at the end of the video. So last year's Anime Nebraska video convention, I wasn't quite sure, and I did mention I wasn't for sure what my percentage was, and I figured it was kind of in that close range of the 80% or 75% your cosplay has to be handmade to enter either the Hall Cosplay Contest or Saturday's Cosplay Contest. Now, I wasn't quite sure, so I went to the person who was in charge of that Friday night and actually found out since the majority of my armor is mostly my cosplay, it counts as the percentage and I'm able to enter those. So what I did Friday night is I signed up for Cosplay Contest. I had to do the Hall Cosplay Contest, which took place Friday, and the winners would have been announced Saturday. Now, I wasn't quite sure because there was quite a bit of us in the beginner class for the Hall Cosplay Contest. But with the Hall Cosplay Contest, it was more of a one-on-one. Judge got to look at your armor more personal, or your whatever you made cosplay more closely, detailed, ask questions, and maybe see some small imperfections you didn't get a chance to do. But so it's a little more one-on-one versus Saturday is where everybody at the convention who attends the cosplay contest on Saturday gets to see, as well as some of the judges. But like I said, entered the Hall Cosplay Contest. Didn't really think I was going to get much just because it's my first time as well as a beginner. I actually happened to get runner-up in beginning class. Pretty ecstatic about it. It was my first time doing it. I didn't think I was going to get anything, and that's a big thing for me because I've been wanting to enter the cosplay contest on not just Saturdays, but once I kind of found about the Hall Cosplay Contest, I've been wanting to do it. I just never took the ambition and drive to go forward with it, and so I finally did it, and it makes me proud and knows that the work I do, it makes me feel good that I'm doing good at what I do. So it kind of makes me want to move forward and keep going with the cosplay contest, which rounds me up to another thing I wanted to tell you guys about. Earlier this week, I signed up for the Saturday's Cosplay Contest with JD Phoenix 4. Now, since the majority of that, the cosplay is mostly the armor is my cosplay, it counts. So I'm pretty ecstatic about it. It's got to go some background checking as long as my submission it follows the convention rules. I should be able to eligible, as well as if I'm in that, because right now they're only accepting so many submissions before they cut it off. So hopefully I'm in that submission margin and I'm in that range. But if everything goes back, which should not fall in the convention rules, but I'm looking to be actually in Saturday's cosplay contest. I'm ecstatic. I'm excited. A little nervous as well. It's got some butterflies even thinking about it now and talking about it. But definitely excited just because it's, like I said, not just a Hall Cosplay Contest last year, but over the years, the previous years, I've been wanting to. I just never took the step forward to try to enter Saturday's Cosplay Contest. And now it's finally happening. I'm ecstatic. So I'm hopefully taking you guys with and showing you guys that as well. And that leads me to my last thing I wanted to tell you guys about is it's August. So I got about 20 or some days. End of August, me and the family are going to Disney World. I've never been. I'm looking to take my GoPro and showing you guys around Disney World. More or less, I'm actually looking to take it for Star Wars Galaxy Edge. Now, we were supposed to be gone from a Thursday to a Thursday. Found out that Galaxy Edge was actually opening up that day we're supposed to be leaving, so we're staying an extra day just for the fact that me and my dad and my half-brother are actually really big into Star Wars, so we want to see the Star Wars Galaxy Edge, as we've already watched so much videos on Galaxy Edge up in Disneyland, up in California. Now, to be able to be the first few thousand people in Galaxy Edge in Disney World is actually a nice thing to say. So I'm looking mostly to take the GoPro and take you guys down there. Let me know if you guys want me for sure to do that. But I think what I'm going to be doing is mostly taking the GoPro down for Galaxy Edges, because it's kind of more on the some things I'm more or less into. Not saying Disney World overall isn't something I'm into, and it's kind of part of the channel, but I think I might do some things here and there, spurts of stuff throughout that week that I'm down there, is take you guys and get some footages down there. But let me know for sure on how you guys want me to go about doing that. But for sure, I'm looking to actually take it down for Galaxy Edge, as well as taking you guys and showing you guys. Hopefully we get approved, not approved, but we get signed up in time, as I guess they're kind of somewhat taking reservations to make your own custom lightsabers. So like I said, hopefully I get to do that, and we get to do that, and I'll take you along with that experience, and as well just the whole Galaxy Edge. Looking forward to that. And a quick note before we end this video. I know I did mention, and I did post up the pre-shenanigans video of NebraskaCon last year. I just didn't like the way I did the video footage and what I got. Just for the fact that I rushed it. Didn't take my time walking through. I just kind of quickly walked through, thought that'd be good enough. But I said after watching stuff, I know I can kind of slow some of that stuff down and make them a little longer. But we'll see. If you guys want to see maybe the NebraskaCon video footage, let me know down in the description down below, and I'll get that up and put that together. And give me a little bit to put together. But I just feel like I rushed through it instead of taking my time and watch it. And my goal is to keep watching some cosplayers who get footage for conventions that they attend. And so as I'm looking to maybe watch their videos and kind of how they kind of go about doing it. I watched a little bit already, but like I said, I still need to keep studying that. That way, if I'd like to take you guys to this year's NebraskaCon, I just got to take my time and not rush through it. But I do know, on a quick note real quick, is on Saturday, obviously if I get heard back from for cosplay contest stuff, that will take up majority of my Saturday before cosplay contest actually. So and I'll take you guys along through that. But just do remember, I won't get a lot from Saturday, even though Saturday's a big day, depending on the time that I have to start doing all the prep work for cosplay contest on Saturday. So I'll try to get much video for Friday, but hoping with me learning and watching that video from last year's NebraskaCon, as I just take my time, not rush through it. So hopefully seeing you guys in a few weeks, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below, and I'm willing to answer anything. So I said see you guys hopefully next week with some shotgun and some other tutorials and other videos.